Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Governor Andy Beshear honors Kentuckians who have and continue to be affected by brain cancer. And a group of Eastern Kentucky high school students get the chance to talk with their potential future employers. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday. I'm Dakota Makris. It's 5:32. Let's take it over to Brandon Robinson, who is tracking, well, some storms later in the day. But Brandon, you know, recently we had a track of Wednesday being severe weather alert days, and I feel like we're back.
It's back. Yep.
Well, you know.
Indeed.
That's what it is.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But yes, hopefully this will be the last one for a little bit, but we do have some more days of storms in our future, so who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But today, right now, all quiet here on this Wednesday morning. We're giving you time to get ready because this afternoon and this evening and tonight, that's when we could see some more. And then tomorrow, the threat turns to some flooding, so we'll keep an eye on that one for you. US 119, US 23, Jenkins quiet this morning. 240-degree readings showing up out there right now. Clintwood and Jonesville, 47, 48 respectively. Everybody else except for Jackson and Moorhead is in the 50s. They're both at 61 this morning. Coffee, grab all of it, especially if you were a political candidate, you were working in news last night, if you were up late in general watching those returns come in. Get you some extra coffee. But for the temperature, it is a normal day out there this morning. 12-hour planner, we are going to see sunrise at 6:21 this morning. Now, I don't know if we'll see the sunset tonight at 8:38. Some of you might, but it is going to be a quick warm-up this afternoon, and it's going to get into the mid-80s a little bit later on as those storm chances increase. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, Samara Witt, the daughter of the late Danielle Todd, filed a federal lawsuit against London officials, claiming her mother died from a heart attack when police and jail staff ignored her medical signs. Well, Witt's attorney argues that on May 12th, her mother was pulled over by London police officer Logan Medlock for suspicion of driving while intoxicated. Despite showing signs of medical distress and telling officials about her medical history, Todd was claimed to be ignored, which resulted in her death on May 13th. The lawsuit names St. Joseph Health, Common Spirit Health, London police officer Logan Medlock, and the City of London, along with the Laurel County Detention Center as defendants. In Bell County, a federal report is revealing the cause behind a deadly accident at an Eastern Kentucky mine in January. Cecil Todd Collett died after a tree weighing more than 6,000 pounds fell on his pickup truck at the Colmar mine. His passenger, Joshua Pendleton, was seriously hurt. Well, the report says Nally and Hamilton, the company that owns the mine, did not clear trees properly. Now, they were cited by the U.S. Mine Safety and Health Administration. Well, many of us may know that there are things beyond our control that can cause a car crash to take place, but there are also countless things we can control before we get behind the wheel. Gilbert Richardo with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office says speeding and distracted driving are common contributors to crashes. He adds that even though there are so many unforeseen events that can cause a crash to happen, staying hypervigilant behind the wheel can help in any situation.
The best advice that we can give drivers is, number one, be a good defensive driver. Look out ahead of yourself. Look at that car that looks like it's going to pull out in front of you or turn in front of you. What will you do if that does happen? Be a good defensive driver. Plan ahead and think about what you're doing.
Well, he also says wearing a seatbelt is another step you can take to ensure your safety when you are behind the wheel. Governor Andy Beshear is helping raise awareness about brain cancer. Yesterday, he proclaimed May as Brain Tumor Awareness Month. It's in honor of those affected by the disease. Allie Blake was in Frankfort and talked with our very own Brandon Robinson about the devastating disease.
May is National Brain Cancer Awareness Month, and the Capitol is raising awareness for Kentucky families that know this disease all too well.
It's great to see people being recognized in honor of this month, not only just adults, but children too. Children have it so much harder than adults do with the DIPG cancer. And again, I'm just glad that the governor and state officials are trying to raise awareness about this awful disease.
Brandon Robinson is a two-time cancer survivor and forecaster at our sister station in Hazard. He continues to advocate for people like him.
And what I always try to tell people is don't ever be afraid to mention our children's names. That lets us know that you're thinking about them and that they're still fresh in your mind too.
Shannon Ritchie's son was diagnosed with DIPG in 2016. He passed in 2018. The Turner family also lost their son in 2021 from the same disease. His words were echoed in the Capitol today.
I hope they remember his catchphrase, as he called it, make every day the best day ever, because that's truly a lesson that he taught us.
This day will be known indefinitely as more than just the illness that continues to plague many Kentuckians, but a sweet celebration of life and progress for the future. In Frankfort, Allie Blake, WKYT.
Well, Governor Beshear also declared May 17th as DIPG Day in Kentucky and May 21st as David Turner Jr. Ice Cream Day in honor of the Turner family's son. Well, students at Pikeville High School are looking ahead with graduation right around the corner for the class of 2022, and prospective employers are hoping to help lead them toward their futures. The Pikeville Medical Center recruitment team met with students at the high school yesterday, sharing career opportunities for students. Those in attendance said it was an eye-opener, highlighting some of the jobs like phlebotomy or environmental services to show how many different career pathways are available here in the mountains.
Like, we push now that you don't have to go into college. So not everybody wants to go into plumbing though, and not everybody wants to go into electrical. So it's kind of like, what are they going to do?
Well, the assembly was one of the many PMC team has hosted in schools across several counties, hoping to appeal to students as they start making their post-secondary decisions. Well, those living in one eastern Kentucky city now have a new spot to grab a drink. A new bar on Main Street is the latest business in a broader revival of Hazard's Main Street. Our Keaton Hall has more.
A new bar is opening in Hazard as the city hopes to revitalize its downtown scene.
Kind of just randomly got in touch with some people that, they told us that there was some effort to kind of rebuild downtown Hazard.
The North Fork Inn had a soft opening this past weekend. Downtown coordinator Bailey Richards says the other bars in town shouldn't be worried about the competition.
Also, having a second bar as another draw into our downtown ultimately makes both places more marketable to everybody, and that's what we really want to see.
Another small business, Vintage Delane Boutique, also opened this past weekend.
The opening exceeded my expectations. It was just amazing. I was so humbled. I literally cried the whole way home and just prayed, and I was just so grateful. The community has been amazing.
In total, 47 businesses have opened in Hazard in the past 3 years, showing a community is ready to shop local.
I hear so many girls come in here and say, I don't have to go out of town. I can shop right here, because I love to shop local. I always try to shop local.
Richards says at least 20 businesses at any time are looking to move into brick and mortar storefronts in downtown Hazard.
We have not seen a shortage of people looking to open businesses. What we have a shortage of is available properties that are reasonably move-in ready.
A downtown revitalization bolstered by a community ready to stay local. In Hazard, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the North Fork Inn is only serving drinks for now, but the owner hopes to add a kitchen once the bar area is complete. One tourism organization in Harlan County is putting on a scavenger hunt for the community with a chance to win a $250 grand prize. Well, the website lists 30 clues around the county. All you have to do is take a photo of the location of the clue. Each photo you submit goes towards the grand prize drawing, and those interested still have a little while to join in on the fun.
Anytime between May 1st all the way up to May 31st at 11:59 p.m., you can go to all these iconic locations that are notated by clues on our website and our social media.
The scavenger hunt includes historical landmarks, local businesses, restaurants, activities, roads, and more. We'll have the link to the details on WYMT.com. A local talent is hitting the big time. Louisa's Noah Thompson has made the final 3 of American Idol, and to celebrate him, a parade was held in his honor, and he even performed at Lawrence County High School. Matt Reese shares the impact Noah is making in his hometown.
Thousands upon thousands of people squeezed into the Lawrence County High School football field to catch a glimpse of local American Idol finalist Noah Thompson.
I ain't got no words. You guys have blown me away, and I'm so grateful for everybody in this crowd.
But the day didn't start at the stadium. Hours before the concert, people lined the streets of downtown Louisa for a parade where local fans like Bobby Sarton and Janie Moyer couldn't wait to see him.
I am so excited. Like, I've been up all night. Like, I'm ready, I'm pumped, I'm ready to go.
Noah is the Appalachian heart and spirit of West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio.
After the parade and before Noah started to sing, Noah was given a couple of awards plus a big street sign. It read Noah Thompson Lane, and he proudly waved it above his head. And once he finally did start singing, he brought his friend on stage, and together they gave it their all.
Well, just had this morning, Dolly Parton is set to star in a musical that's sure to bring some Christmas cheer.
And about Christmas cheer, Mother Nature threw us a curveball overnight, and we are now looking for this threat for severe weather later today. Yeah, I know, post-election day, right? I'll tell you about it in about 3 minutes.